Hello everyone, this is Sarda from Social Department BVB Tadepalligudam. Children, in the previous video we have discussed about the land and soil resource. Now in this video let us know about the water resource. About water, very interesting quotations are there like no water, no life, no blue, no green, because the water looks like blue in color. If there is water, agriculture is possible. That means everywhere there is greenery. So no blue, no green. Okay. On the earth is covered with water by 3/4. So it is known as water planet. In that, the fresh water accounts for 2.7% only. And among that, the 70% of water is in the form of glaciers and ice sheets. Okay, the water resource support rich variety of plants and animals. That means in the sea and ocean beds there are number of varieties of plants and animals are there. It is a renewable resource. Renewable means we can make water again. So how we can make water? With the help of water cycle. So now what is water cycle? Children, water cycle means we get heat and light from the sun. The water is evaporated with the help of sunlight. When it gets heated, the water is in liquid form. It changes into gaseous. That is evaporation. So after evaporation, it forms clouds. Clouds, when it cools, that means condense, it fall in the form of rainfall, that is precipitation. So the water moves through this process: evaporation, condensation, again precipitation on the earth. So this is known as water cycle. Okay, now let us know its uses. Water is useful for many purposes like drinking, washing, agriculture, industries, and generating electricity. So when the water is made fall from a great height, through that we can generate the electricity. So in this way the water is useful. Now challenges to water availability. So what are the challenges for the water resource? Raising demands, urbanization, increasing population. Children, the population is increasing day by day and they need food. We get food from agriculture. For agriculture also water is needed, and the population is increasing and their demands also rising. And to get the jobs, the people they move from villages to urban areas for job purpose. So the villages, when they turns into urban areas, that is known as urbanization. So urban areas also crowded. So because of this crowded, consumption of water is more. So these are the great challenges of water availability. Now there are some problems of water availability. So what are the problems? The scarcity of water in many regions of the world. Scarcity means the lack of water. In many regions, people they do not get the water properly. So which regions in the world they do not get properly water? So the areas like Africa, West Asia, South Asia, parts of Western USA, Northwest Mexico, parts of South America, and entire Australia. If you have atlas, find out these all the places and locate in the world map. Okay. Another is variation in precipitation. Precipitation means rainfall. The water falls in the form of rainfall. Due to climate and the change in temperature, the precipitation also vary from place to place. Over exploitation. The consumption is more. So people they use water more and they waste it. Contamination of water resources. Children, the water is going to be polluted. So these are the major problems of water availability. Now next we can discuss about how to conserve the water. Okay, let us know about conservation of water resource. Children, water is a renewable resource. Means we can make it again. And the problems like overuse and pollution are great threats. That means the consumption of water is more, and also it is going to be pollute. So these are the major threats, means danger. Okay, it is going to be pollute through chemical, industrial effluents, means the waste matter which is released from the industries, and untreated sewage, means the poor sanitary condition. Non-biodegradable chemical, that means the harmful substance which is present in the polluted water. These reach to human body. Through that we fall sick. So now, how to conserve the water resources? What are the methods? Among that, first one is treating effluents. Effluents means the harmful substance which is present in the water. So we can store the polluted water, and after that we have to pure it. So purifying the effluents from the polluted water is known as treating effluents. Another method is forest and vegetation. Slow the surface runoff and replenish underground water. If there is more forest and vegetation, automatically the water runoff is slow. The water slow. Okay, children. Now let us know about the conservation methods. In that, the first one is treating effluents. Effluents means the waste or harmful matter which is present in the polluted water. After storing the polluted water, we have to purify it and we can use it again. That is known as treating effluents. Next one is forest and vegetation. Slow the surface runoff and replenish underground water. Where there is more forest and vegetation, automatically it slow the surface runoff. That means the flow of water become very slow. Okay, and replenish underground water. That means the underground water table will be increased. Next one is rainwater harvesting. Where there is heavy rainfall, we have to store the rainwater. When the rain is falling on the rooftops, we can store it. Where we can store the rainwater into underground tanks, and after that we can purify it. After purifying, again we can use it for many purpose. That is known as rainwater harvesting. This method is mostly using in many areas. So in the Maharashtra state they use this method very well. Next one is proper linking of canal to minimize the use of water. Where there are canals, we can link the canals through pipelines. That means underground linking system will be there. So with that also we can minimize the use of water. Another method is sprinklers and drip system should be used. These methods are mostly used in the dry regions. So what are the sprinkler? Sprinkler means, children, here there is a plot of land and here the agriculture is done and the pipelines are arranged, and here the water is falling like a rainfall. So it sprinkle the water around the fields. This method is known as sprinkler. Next one is drip system. Drip system means here also a plot of land, and in this plot of land the trees are planted in a row, and beside of the trees pipelines are arranged. Through these pipelines the water is irrigating by drip. That means drop by drop the water is pouring into the fields. So this method is known as drip system or drip irrigation. Mostly where there is lack of rainfall or dry regions, these systems are used, sprinklers and drip irrigation. So children, these are the methods of conservation water resources. I think you have understand the topic well, and there are some questions based on this. See the topic very well again and again, watch the video and try to answer for these questions. Okay, thank you.